crazy wind, lightning, and power surge in Harrison. Um, Raining hard, standard for gap power is flickering, power out in Saudi. It's really bad in Cleveland. Ringgold, you hear wind. East Ridge getting pounded. Okay, guys. So that's the line. That's the one that's knocking people's power out. And this is moving into Cleveland, moving into Bradley County. It's pretty nasty in Ooltewah, Collegedale, and Appleton, East Brainerd. Just now breaching into Ringgold, Cohutta, Varnell, Tunnel Hill. Get ready. You're probably about 15, 20 minutes away. Sliding down into Fort Oglethorpe, Chickamauga. Mostly, this is just heavy rain. It really changes over into the strong thunderstorms as we head to the north and to the east. Electricity is out on Whitwell Mountain, storming and lightning and wind. Power out in East Brainerd. Just had hail and trees down in Harrison at 6:03. Goodness. Yeah, down trees, power outages. That's going to be a big problem with this line of storms, and it's more widespread. We're going to keep a close eye on this one. Look at that hail core right there. Okay, so I'm watching down here just to the southeast of Ooltewah. It's no tornado warning, but I'm seeing some reds and greens. I'm seeing some pretty decent shear. So I'm watching for a little bit of rotation here. What I would look for next would be a kind of a notch where we're seeing, okay, we just got a new update. Let's see if that has weakened. Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on that. If you're in Appleton, if you're in any of these areas, just be really watchful. I'm not ready to say, yeah, it looks like the shear has weakened a bit. Just at the very least, you're going to be getting just crazy wind, crazy rain, lightning. Look at this. This is where we have the hail falling. And that's in Bradley County. That's just on the other side of the line. Okay, and guys, power outages, don't, that's updated. There are 200 more homes, now 1,000 in Meigs County without power. Okay, guys, bear with me on Facebook. I'm going to try to get something ready for my show coming up. So just bear with me just a second if you don't mind. I'm going to show you that radar once again in just a second. Just have a little bit of business to take care of. I'm going to load up the latest model. You guys can watch me do that. This particular run was a little slow, so I'm hoping the other one is accounting for that. Latest, that's 8, so let's do 8. Now that one's a little slow too, isn't it? back to it we go. Boy, that is nasty. Good night. That is moving into Bradley County. If you're in McDonald, Black Fox, Brentwood Estates, Varnell Estates, that is huge, huge. I'm going to click on the hail, and you're going to see a big core of hail in McDonald and Mineral Park. Let's see if we're dealing with anything else near that. I'm not seeing any major rotation. Got a couple of greens and reds, but nothing that's really indicating. Looks like the biggest problem here is just the incredible wind and hail and rain. If you're in this area, let me know. McDonald, Mineral Park. Okay, Giselle, thank you. McDonald, Tennessee, bad weather, hail. Thank you for that. Unbelievable. This is, if you're in Black Fox, no tornado, but man, you at the very least want to, I would take some cover, quite frankly. Okay, we're about to go on air again. Okay, new tornado warning. There's a new tornado warning.
Oh, okay, yes.
Okay, guys, welcome back. There's a new tornado warning that we want to make you aware of. So we're going to pretty much hang with this. This is in effect until 6:45 Eastern time. And you've got this big core of hail. And I'm starting to see a little bit of let's see. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. Tornado warning. I'm watching this area too, but primarily this area inside of the tornado warning. Yeah, this is going to be. We're going to cover this until 6:45. But right here is where we have some concern. I'm not seeing. This is more broad rotation again. And I'm going to get the exact text of this tornado so I can be very specific with you. I suspect it's going to say again, it's a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. Excuse me, goodness. Southern Bradley County until 6:45 Eastern, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Cohutta, 9 miles northeast of Ringgold, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Radar indicated rotation. This tornadic thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of southern Bradley and southeastern Hamilton counties, including Red Clay State Park, Flint Springs, Appleton, Gap Springs, and Collegedale. So if you are in this area, you want to take cover. If you are in these areas, you want to take cover. I'm going to extend that up to Black Fox, Blue Springs, Dockery. It is just horrendous. The hail, the rain, the wind, that's not safe. Yeah, that's not safe at all. So that's a tornado warning, but we have a severe thunderstorm warning, and that entire area is an absolute mess. I'm checking to see if we have any more along that line that we need to talk about. Otherwise, I'm going to hone in on that for just a minute. Not just the tornado warned area, but also north of the tornado warned area, moving really through Cleveland and Brentwood Estates, Varnell Estates, Twin Oaks, Dockery, excuse me, the hail core. That's just incredible. And all of that's moving to the east. So see how that hail is just working its way to the east, southeast, through Black Fox, Blue Springs, Bennett Acres, Red Hill. And I'm looking for something, any indication that we may be getting some type of definite rotation. Seeing a little bit of green and red here, but nothing, really not seeing much in the way of rotation there. Still, when we have a tornado warning, you want to go to your safe space. So Coahulla Ranch, Flint Springs, Belker, Union, Cedar Springs, go to your safe place. This tornado warning in effect until 6:45. It'll be for 30 minutes, and then you will be okay. Again, I'm not seeing anything specific, anything major. Cleveland, we'll zip up to Cleveland. There is no tornado warning for Cleveland, but that's what you're dealing with. You are dealing with crazy rain, wind. I would not be surprised if we had a gazillion power outages across Bradley County from this line. Power out, wind, rain, hail in Black Fox area, and that's where we were just focusing on right here. And that's moving into Dockery, Bennett Acres, Wildwood Lake, Red Hill. Sadie, I'm updating in Cleveland right now. Power out again, Birchwood Pike. Just got the tornado warning in Cleveland. You got a tornado warning for part of Bradley County. If you're in Cleveland, it's down for the lower part of Bradley County. But if you're in Cleveland, you have problems other than tornado. You have wind, rain, hail problems. All of this is moving to the east. So I'm going to zoom in and focus mainly on Cleveland. So I would expect some power outages if you're in the Cleveland area. Power's out in Ooltewah. Wind and heavy rain in Trenton now. You go back in so we can get these. So Bennett Acres, hold on, Flint Springs. This is the tornado warned area in effect until 6:45, so another 30 minutes. And again, the specific wording from the National Weather Service is a thunderstorm capable of producing tornadoes. I am not seeing anything that is telling me that there is a tornado that has formed in this storm as of yet. So I'm keeping an eye on it, but until that happens, yeah, we have issues there, but bigger issues, quite frankly. Dockery, Bennett Acres, Twin Oaks, and look at that. That just moved eastward, and it looks like it exploded even more. Goodness. So I'm going to see if we have anything. Okay, there's nothing tornadic in here, but this is incredible. The amount of hail, look at that hail core. That is insane hail. I'm going to click on this. That hail, the size of that hail is 1.5 inches in diameter. This is racing to the east-southeast at 56 miles per hour. This is not playing games at all. This is racing. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 7:15. And this tornado warning in effect until 6:45. But honestly, it's a harsher environment to the north of that tornado warning. You can see where the rain really starting to settle down into where the tornado warning is. But if you are, oh my goodness, Hunt Road, Bennett Acres, Cedar Spring, Cahulla Ranch, power out in Harrison, power out in Soddy Daisy off Green Pond, dead calm, storming bad in Trenton. We'll slide down a little bit. Notice we still have down toward Prater Mill, very heavy thunderstorm activity going on there. And I'm going to click on, oh, the lightning is on, okay. Down toward Tunnel Hill. It begins to not be as intense and as serious. In Trenton, you're just looking at heavy rain, pretty traditional stuff, not a lot of lightning, but torrential rain. And here in Steve as well, and it is showing that some hail is developing. That's moving east-southeast at 62 miles per hour. Power out on Graysville Mountain. The city of Cleveland is not under a tornado warning. The tornado warning is for the southern part of the county. But with that said, I'm not picking up any rotation with that tornado warning, and the weather is a lot nastier just north of the tornado warning, believe it or not. Now we are getting some really nasty rain. I'm trying to find anything that would cause me to think, yep, there's a tornado, and I'm just not seeing it. What I am seeing north of our tornado warning, where you see this black, I'm going to take the lightning off. That is a ridiculous amount of hail, and that hail is moving through some populated areas. Twin Oaks, Bennett Acres, Nantahala Estates, Chestooe, Cedar Spring. Still have power in Middle Valley, but lots of limbs down, and I would expect there's some flooding. No power in Hickson. Thank you for that. Dockery area is scary. Absolutely insane weather on Water Level Highway in southeast Bradley County. Okay, and that is the hail core that is moving, just moved into Nantahala Estates. The tornado warning is actually south of this, but I'm not seeing much of anything indicating. Okay, now we have a little bit of red and green, so there may be a broad rotation right here. There might be, and I might be being generous with that, but it's something we're watching. That tornado warning is in effect until 6:45 a.m. It says for Bradley County, but it's southern Bradley County. North of this, for central and northern Bradley County, the big deal really is this hail core that is working its way eastward. Not only that, but the wind and the rain are absolutely just crazy, just crazy. And we're talking about the possibility of 40, 50, 60 mile per hour winds with this. So I'm going to zoom in, and where you see that black, that is where you are seeing some crazy hail. Sugar Grove, Cedar Spring. I'll get even closer with that. State Route 313, because there is definitely hail falling between Cedar Spring and Nantahala Estates. Okay, once again, if you are in Bradley County and you're getting a tornado warning, that is for the southern end of the county, and we've been flicking it around and not seeing any evidence of a tornado other than maybe a broad rotation right here, but I'm not seeing anything that impressive. The bigger deal is this band of just solid crazy hail bearing down on Campo Coe, heading into Polk County, Old Fort, approaching Old Fort. So the hail and the rain and the wind and the lightning just inundating Ladd Springs Road, Carson Road, Old Fort. Okay, let's expand out a little bit. Just want to make sure I'm not getting hyper focused on that and missing anything. Okay. No power in Harrison, power outage in Hickson, Soddy Daisy, no power in McDonald. Okay. Power is still on in Ooltewah, but loads of rain, wind, thunder, and lightning. So again, I'm looking at everything, and even with this tornado warning, I'm not seeing anything. Let me triple check. I'm not seeing anything other than right here. So let me zoom in on this. I am seeing where we might be getting a little bit of rotation, and my reasoning for that, hang on one second, let's see if I'm getting any kind of a notch in that. Yeah, right here, maybe some rotation where we have the red pixels and the green pixels. When they get close together, that means you've got wind traveling in two different directions, and that could be a sign of rotation. But I'm just not seeing any strong shear with that. Typically, we like to see at least reds, if not yellows, with that. So I'm not seeing any of that tightening up. The main thing I'm seeing, as even that line leaves the warning area, I would not, and if you can keep an eye on it and see if they allow that tornado warning to expire a little bit early. It's set to expire at 6:45. I can't imagine they're going to let that keep going to 6:45. The hail and the wind lifting up, now leaving Bradley County, moving into Polk County. Flint Springs, power still out, can see some damage. Power out in southeast Bradley County, not surprised at all. Power out in North Cleveland. Cooper Heights, the power is out. Extreme wind and rain in Ocoee. Yep, that's what you're getting.
For Bradley County.
What's that?
It's canceled. The tornado warning for Bradley County.
Okay, tornado warning for Bradley County is canceled. There it is. So they allowed that to be canceled. I would suggest we just stay with me live on air because this is a line of damage that is moving through a lot of areas. So let's just stay with me on air.
The tornado watch has been canceled for Hamilton, Marion, and Squatch counties.
Okay, and they canceled the tornado warning, and I'm not really sure why that, yeah, that was. So a lot of these, I think after this line moves through, we'll see a lot of the tornado watches falling, so there's no longer a tornado watch for Hamilton County. The big thing now is moving into Polk County, moving into Murray County. And this is where we're going to keep our focus, this line of torrential rain, 60 plus mile per hour winds, hail, lightning. All of this is moving eastward into Benton, into Camp Ocoee. I'm going to click on the, there's the core of the hail. We may be getting spotty areas of hail all along this boundary where you see the pink, but this little spot right here, that's the main, just now moving into Camp Ocoee. So hopefully nobody, okay. Okay. Hopefully nobody is up there camping right now. But all the way from Cisco in Murray County up toward Camp Ocoee, Benton, basically western Polk County. And I'll tell you what we can do. We can plot this out with our future scan and see if that holds together. See if it has it holding together as it moves through Polk County and maybe into Cherokee County. So let's do that real quick. Future scan will take our current radar image and it'll project it out 1 hour. And here we go. That's the, okay, so now we're up to 645, moving to Turtletown, and it looks like it does hold together pretty well. 7 holds together. It looks like it does hold together pretty well. 7 holds together pretty well. 8, Murphy, or not 8, 715, Murphy. That holds together pretty well. I think by 8 it will be east of you in Murphy. Well, let's do that for other areas and see who's going to get relief in the next hour. Okay, so here we go. 645, 7, 715, 730. Okay, so hopefully that gave you a little something to look for. Power out in Cohutta. All right, yep. So this is the, I'm keeping an eye here also in parts of DeKalb County. I'm going to click on that and see what we're dealing with there. Low tornado index number, 80% chance of hail, 1 inch in diameter, and you're looking at some really gusty winds, I'm sure, in there as well. And so that's going to be moving, what did that say? That was moving, let me try to click on that. East at 40 miles per hour. Okay. So back to Polk County we go, Lafayette, Dalton. Good old generic rain and rumbles of thunder moving through your area. You're just waking up, flipping on the news. Good morning. Hope the hail and lightning and all of the nasty stuff didn't keep you too awake. I will say, it looks like Henagar, which they just want the sun to come out and be able to clean up what was messed up. Very likely a strong tornado moved through or just south of Henagar, creating all kinds of damage. So now what they're dealing with in Henagar is ridiculously heavy rain, lightning, and I'm going to zoom in because you can see some of these areas of purple. And a lot of these areas just don't need any more rain. They need things to clear out. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case until probably this afternoon. So we continue to go up, up, and away. Just north of Eaton, and that is Eaton. I think that heaviest stuff looks like it's going to stay north of you. But if you are in Turtletown, Ducktown, McKaysville, get ready. All of this, that hail, that core of hail, that has just been a booger. Look at that. This is the history of that hail. It developed and just exploded and has continued to basically explode. It's stayed pretty intact moving through Polk County. I mean, that's intense. Not only that, but the lightning and the rain that goes along with it. I mean, that is intense. Ball Play, Willow Springs, Dugan, all just torrential rain and damaging winds moving into Cohutta Springs. Power stayed on near exit 25 in Cleveland. Storm finally calming. If you're in Cleveland, that is what you want to hear. Finally calming down. Yeah, Cleveland looks like you are okie doke. And the severe thunderstorm warning is still in effect for you until 7:15, but that may be allowed to expire also as all of this, the worst of this, moves off to the east. I can't imagine, Bradley County, that you're going to have this severe thunderstorm warning in effect for your county until 7:15. This storm is racing. This is just kicking it out of town. So here's one, a lot of this energy. See if we have any hail. No hail there, but I would imagine there is hail. We're just not picking it up yet. Well, it's showing, 90% chance of hail. These are the areas that'll be impacted in the next 10 minutes. Moving east-southeast at 49 miles per hour. These things are driving the speed limit. This is crazy how fast these are moving. I'm glad. Get them in, get them out, right? But that is absolutely insane. So things, a little bit of lightning, still a little bit of lightning around Chattanooga. The rain has dramatically calmed down. I am assuming, because I live in Soddy Daisy, that there is likely no power at my house. My wife hasn't texted me if we have power at my house, but I'm just assuming. So there we go. This is the big broad line. Etowah, scrolling on down toward Eaton, heading over into Turtletown, Ducktown, McKaysville. Okay, my wife just texted me, no power at my house. I was hoping for a miracle. Okay, and that's going to be a common theme that we see. Let's switch back to our power outage map and see how many we're dealing with here. There we go. Hamilton County, 18,000. 18,000 homes without power. 2,000 in Bradley County. 2,000 being reported right now in Bradley County. Gilmer County, 8,000. So that is insane. 18,000 people without power in Bradley County. And it's going to be warm and a little muggy as we head through the afternoon. So we don't need that in our lives, do we? I'm going to check one thing, if you guys can bear with me. Hang on. I'll leave the map up. Let's go back to this map. There we go. Power on and off in Mowbray. Yeah, McDonald tornado watch until 1 p.m. I think I will believe that when I see it. I mean, I believe it. It's issued. But what we've been seeing is a lot of these tornado warnings have been allowed to expire. So Bradley County, really? Tornado watch. I'm looking at the tornado. Until 1 p.m. tornado watch? Okay. I'm not sure I understand that. That may be an abundance of caution, but that is a big abundance of caution. Notice Hamilton County, they've let it drop. All to the west, they've let it drop. As this line of storms has moved through, they've let it drop. So we'll see. Now, something interesting that we're gonna keep an eye on. We never got a tornado warning for it. But now this is an old map. We're at 5:34, so this is an hour ago. So that is not a current tornado warning. But I went back in time to show you. This is our tornado debris swath, and it basically will, if there is debris that gets kicked up by a tornado, it'll pick it up. And I'm noticing right here a little debris swath that moved to the southeast. And so I'm wondering if we had a weak tornado forming here and moving to the southeast. And I'm going to look at that real quick. And let's just see what we had going on there. Okay, you can see that there was a lot of shear. And because it's close to the radar, it's kind of hard to tell. But, you know, I'm sure the National Weather Service is going to figure that out. Back to us, and here we go. Okay, let's go back to current times. I want to get that tornado warning out of there. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay, so severe thunderstorm warning for Polk County until 7:15. Notice in Cleveland, they have allowed your severe thunderstorm warning to expire. And western Polk County, it's no longer in effect either. No power on Kaufman Springs and Lafayette. Again, 18,000 homes, guys, without power. 18,000 homes in Hamilton County without power. 2,000 in Cherokee County, 1,000 in Fannin County. And in McMinn, Ray, Catoosa, I'm sure there are power outages. We rely on the power companies, these local power companies, to feed us the information. And if they don't, or we're not hooked up to them, then we don't get it. But that's what it's showing. That's what it's showing. Unfortunately, EPB is very good about getting stuff back up and running as quick as they can. So no worries there. Okay, bear with me 1 second, and I know we're live on air as well as on Facebook. I want to thank you guys for watching and staying with me. If you were in Chattanooga, Cleveland, Athens, right now you are looking good. And when I say looking good, the strongest storms are to your south and east, and they're moving south and east. Very little chance any of this will become severe. I say very little, almost zero chance that that will become severe. Okay, bear with me just 1 second here. Okay. Yeah, so the power out, we need to get that power back on. It's going to be, I was checking dew points today. Dew points are going to be in the mid to upper 60s with highs in the low to mid 80s. So it's going to be super muggy today. So we want to get that power flipped back on. We got to get that done. Okay, let me know what's going on with you guys. Power's been out in Wildwood since about 1:30. No power on Sloan's Gap and Ocoee. Winds have calmed in Ocoee. Okay, that's good news. Looks like it's moved on past Ocoee. Yeah, it has. But Turtletown, Ducktown, McKaysville, and this actually has weakened a little bit, believe it or not. So this is not, like, look, I'll go back in history a little bit. And look at that. Look at all that black in there. That's just a core of hail. Well, let's see if we're still getting any hail cores popping up. Not as bad. Certainly not as bad. All right. And if you're waking up and you're expecting to, hey, where are Paul and Michelle? We've got some severe weather moving through, and they have been very gracious in allowing me to take over. And we're probably going to ride with this to the end of the show. These severe thunderstorm warnings, it's been a rough one. We had for those just waking up, you haven't heard, down toward Henagar, we had what is likely a devastating tornado moving through, damaging tornado moving through. While we're looking at this and seeing all of this moving into the kind of the outskirts of our area now, I do want to show you just a quick look at, oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Quick look there, the power outage. Okay, power outages in Hamilton County are now up to 22,000. Bradley County, 5,000. This, I believe, is a direct result of that line of storms that's now moving through Polk County. Now, it's weakened, but it knocked the heck out of the power for both of these counties, all right? So 22,000, that's 27,000 between the two. I mean, we're talking about just tens of thousands of people without power across the Tennessee Valley. Power flashes on Signal Mountain. Thank you, Jamie. Lots of rain and hearing stuff hit the house. Courtney, where is that? Power just went out Rock Spring. We still have power on Sand Mountain for now. Okay, I'm going to encourage you guys just a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't want to encourage you too much. And this might actually also take care of a sponsorship for Langley Roofing. So, Storm Alert Weather Day. Today, we get past today, warm and humid. We are praying for the power to come back on. Warm and humid this afternoon. And then tomorrow, lower dew point, lower humidity, lower temperature, and lots of sunshine. And your mom is going to love you 20% more on Sunday. Look at that Mother's Day. 54 in the morning, 79 in the afternoon. Friday through the weekend will be absolutely perfect. Thank you for the 7-day music. That was great. And then we'll see a few more showers and storms popping up as we head into the beginning of next week. So just wanted to encourage you with that. You do have some awesome stuff on the way. But right now, the power's out. Somebody's asking, did a tornado hit South Cleveland a little bit ago? No, there was a tornado warning there, and there was really bad weather, but I do not see that there was a tornado there. Nothing indicating that. And they allowed that tornado warning in southern Bradley County to expire early. So it's continuing to move east. And just FYI, at 7 o'clock, we can go back to regular programming at 7 o'clock. If you guys want to, and I'm just talking out loud, I know people are listening to me in the control room. If you guys want to do a headlines thing or whatever for the last 10 minutes of the show and take over, I think there's no problem with that. I can continue doing all of this on Facebook. But if you want to ride this to the end of the show, we can do that as well. And somebody just let me know what you want to do. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and take a break. We're watching this line. I'm still on Facebook on Local 3 News, Local 3 Weather, and David Carnes 3. You can watch any of those on Facebook. We'll take a quick break and come back with your headlines and a little bit more with the weather coming up in just a moment as this line begins to move toward Cherokee County. No tornadic activity, but a lot of heavy rain, lightning, wind, and hail still moving. Okay, in the E block. Okay, that's cool. So am I done? And I'm sorry for Facebook. I'm talking to the control room, but so am I done with the show basically? I'm not seeing weather in the E block. Okay. All right. So Facebook friends, here we are. Big home stretch, Chattanooga, just getting some rain. Is anybody out and about? It's past you and you're out and about seeing, okay, Blake is saying a tree across the road on Lee Highway in McDonald. Um, ooh, I'll read this one. Kathleen says, I deserve a raise. All right, Kathleen. I mean, I hope my managers didn't hear that. Okay, Cleveland outages. This is from Chris regarding Cleveland. Cleveland outages seem to be mostly Dalton Pike area, Blackburn, South Ocoee, North Keith Street. I I heard that. Okay.
Several large trees have been blown down in Hamilton County.
Yeah. Maddie says I can't leave. I'm going to say Uldawa and Udawa. She says the weather is really bad and the back way trees are down. My mother-in-law can't get through to go to Cleveland. Okay. Where is Leah? Yeah, good morning, guys. We are still looking at severe thunderstorm warnings for part of our viewing area. Part of our viewing area, though, is looking okay. Let's take a look at the map, and you can see the main thing I'm looking at is these areas of purple where we've seen not just hail, but we've seen ridiculous wind, rain, and lightning. A lot of power outages. Take a look at the number of power outages in Hamilton County. These are homes without power, not people, homes. 22,000, 5,000 without power in Bradley County, Polk County 700, 2,000 without power in Cherokee County, Gordon County, I'm sorry, Gilmer County 8,000 without power, 1,000 in Fannin County. I mean, you get the idea. Tens of thousands of people without power right now, and it is going to be a hot, warm and muggy day, highs in the mid 80s, dew points in the mid 60s this afternoon. So we need the power to come back on. In Hamilton and Bradley County and Polk County, most of the power outages are a result of this line that moved through, not producing any tornadic activity, but definitely producing heavy rain, lightning, hail, and really, really strong winds. Okay, I know Leah Bowling is out tooling around, and I do not know where Leah is, but I will bet she is someplace exotic and exciting. Leah, where are you? Oh, okay. Okay, guys, they are. Leah Bowling is on air, and this. Oh, I'm fine. So, Leah Bowling is showing in Henagar. We just finished showing this. So the sun is rising, and there was a tree on a.
I thought there was some hail, or maybe there was tree branches falling on top of thunder here, and definitely this weather has picked up in the last 30 minutes. As far as this road right now, I'm not seeing too many branches on the side, but this is State Route 40. We've been here all morning, and so we've seen plenty of debris on this road a little further down, and we've also been on some smaller roads in the area as well with lots of damage. We've seen some structures, some sheds, some homes with trees falling on them. So it's messy out here. And this weather seems to be picking up, so we're going to continue to bring you updates. Paul, Michelle.
All right, Leah, thank you much. We know the National Weather.
Insane. Yeah, and Leah just brought up a good point. What will happen is the National Weather Service is going to go to Henagar today, and they'll get out there and they'll decide what kind of a tornado that was. It was a tornado. I mean, it was absolutely a tornado. And we will see how many actually moved through our area. We know we had one, I believe it was in southern Dade County, or it might have been in Walker County earlier. Quite honestly, I don't remember. In Gilmer County, storm producing hail, moving east-northeast at 47 miles per hour. It's amazing how fast these are moving. So this severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15, 7:15. So all of these will expire at 7 or 7:15. They're set to. We may see some of them be replaced. Okay, this one in Murphy, producing hail moving east at 60 miles per hour. And we'll go through every ounce of this line. Power is out indicator. Caitlin is asking, will there be another strong line, or has the worst of it passed? This was the worst of it. Gail says that wind was horrific. So Turtletown, Ducktown, that line is now east of you. Murphy, hold on. Looks like it's going to make it to you in the next probably 15-20 minutes. Hail, damaging wind, lightning, torrential rain like you can't believe. If this makes it to you intact in Murphy, you will not believe how much rain that is. Blue Ridge starting to come into your area. You're already seeing the lightning, probably already seeing the rain. I'm going back toward Chatsworth, Dalton. And the last thing you guys needed in Chatsworth and Dalton was more rain. Oh my stars. We're going to take a look at rainfall, guys, and see how much. And we're going to see how much rain we've seen so far. And this will not be an updated amount. And I just heard in my ear, guys, I just heard in my ear that they're coming back to me for another live look at weather. So I guess I'm doing another live look on air here in just a second too. But let me show you this We can use 12-hour rainfall, and I think we'll be fine. There we go. So let's just click on this particular area right here, where we've had the heaviest rainfall, where it's still raining in some spots. 7 inches south of Chatsworth. 6.4. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. One to 2 inches in Chattanooga. I mean, it's just insane. So yeah, that's a thing, man. That's amazing. 7 inches of rain. Okay, and we just saw Polk County. We just saw that severe thunderstorm warning move eastward, and so now still 7:15, but you've seen Camp Ocoee and all the areas west of Turtletown and Ducktown, Benton, are no longer under a severe thunderstorm warning, and good for you. If you are in Chatsworth, believe it or not, the heaviest rain is now east of you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Can you give me a count? Can you give me a countdown in my ear for when I need to stop talking, or just rap or something? Okie doke. I believe that's a new severe thunderstorm warning, but we're not gonna. Once this gets past Fannin County, we done. Murphy, yeah, hold on, guys. I heard you. Can you give me like a countdown, or just tell me to rap when I need to?
About 30 seconds.
Okay. Okay, we're about to go for Facebook. We're about to go live on air again. I'm going to show the rainfall. Okay. Okay, I want to show you how much rain we've seen in some of the rain has just been training through this entire area of North Georgia. 5, 6, 7+ inches of rain in this area, and that is just absolutely incredible. What we're looking at now, though, is still some rain, but the heaviest rain. What we're looking at now, though, is still some rain, but the heaviest rain starting to slide off to the southeast. We move on up where we have this area of potentially some hail moving into Blue Ridge, but all these areas of purple, this front line, just heavy rain, hail, gusty to damaging winds. It's an absolute mess. We'll click on some of the some of the reports from folks that have been dealing with all of this. A lot of wind damage reports, We're going to continue to follow this on Facebook. Right now, Michelle, Paul, we'll toss it back into you guys.
All right, thank you, David. And listen, it's a little messy out there, as we've been talking about this morning. We dealt with a lot of weather scenarios, which made for unsafe driving conditions, and now this is what we're left with. So 75 northbound to 150.
We have power in Ottawa. So some do and some don't around Ottawa. All right, so this whole swath, guys, moving through Fannin, Gilmer, moving out of Polk and into Cherokee. Leslie says her hubby, let me read this. Leslie says her hubby went down 4 different routes to get to work in Cleveland from North 225 and has been blocked by multiple trees every time. Goodness. Nothing severe, but still some heavy rain in Lafayette. Stretching back to Fort Payne.
Do we need to stay on air past 7? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we're with you until 8. If we need to go a little bit longer past 8 o'clock, then the Cedric Haynes will be in the building. And I will happily turn the reins over. I do want to give a big, huge kudos to Audrey Shirley. She has been here with me every minute, posting stuff, giving me information, and making all of this coverage possible. So thank you, Audrey.
No problem.
No problem. Not sleepy, are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm about to drop over. I'm not going to lie. That's okay, though. Still thundering and lightning and raining in southwest Cleveland. Yeah, it is, but it's nothing. I mean, this is the deal. This line is the deal. All right. You're going to have, through late morning, you're going to continue to have rain and maybe some rumbles of thunder. All of this. See all of that? That's all going to keep on moving through. And actually, we can, I'm going to put a future cast on that, future scan on that. And so we'll zip on, yeah, see, an hour from now, the strong weather is off and out of our area, but you're still going to see a lot of this nastiness just continuing to work its way through. So it's not going to be drying out until this afternoon. So we got a little ways to go.
Hey David, do you want to record a 30-second real quick?
I
Or Audrey
can.
or somebody, I don't know.
No, I'll record it. Let me pull something up that I can record.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, on Facebook, our power outages in Chattanooga now down to 16,000. It was 22,000 10 minutes ago. So what we're going to do, just on Facebook, I'm going to load the 7-day. You're going to look at it for a second, and I'm going to record a 30-second that will air on the television. Brittany says, so is Cleveland in the clear now? Cleveland is going to continue to see some rain. In terms of tornadoes, yes, Cleveland is clear. I do have my IFB in. Okay. What an active storm alert weather day it has been. We're going to see everything beginning to improve later this afternoon. Still call it storm alert weather day, but our weather is improving. 86 and muggy this afternoon. And then here comes the cavalry. Beautiful weather Friday. Gorgeous over the weekend. Cool in the morning in the 50s Saturday and Sunday. Highs in the mid to upper 70s. Mother's Day 79. And then a few more showers and storms to start next week. You are going to have a great weekend to look forward to.
Possible tornado damage in Cherokee.
In Cherokee?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
It says Brasstown, Cherokee, North Carolina.
Well, we can check that. Okay, guys, back with you. We'll flip back on that radar here in just a second. One thing we want to see, I'm going to pull those power outages back up.
It says it's a wind damage report, but it says possible tornado damage.
Okay, so now 10,000 in Bradley County. So 16,000 in Hamilton, 10,000 in Bradley County without power, 8,000 still in Gilmer County, 2,000 in Cherokee County, and those are the hot spots. 1,500 in Walker County, and there you go. Okay. Just looking at some of the storm reports. A lot of wind damage, a lot of hail damage, some flooding, a couple of flooding reports, numerous reports of flooding around Dunlap. So this has just been just a horrific time, and I hate it. I hate it for the folks that had to go through what was very obviously a tornado. I'm talking about places like New Hope, Scottsboro, Henagar, especially Henagar, the Henagar area, even south of Henagar. Elliott Crossroads, New Home. Excuse me. So the hope is we won't be hearing of any, as I know there were some fatalities in Nashville, and Callie on Facebook is saying Nashville and BC showing 3 deaths. And I'm hoping that it's not going to be the case here, and we won't be dealing with that. But definitely what looked like a pretty destructive tornado moved through Henagar, Alabama. It really started in Huntsville, and it moved. It took forever. It was literally, I think it was about 2.5 hours. It was moving. Tornado threatening Turtletown gone? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's, you know, what I would focus on is, well, Turtletown, even the heaviest stuff is leaving your area now, so that's good news. Murphy, please get ready. You're probably 10 minutes away. Beautiful up in that part of the country. Just now moving into Blue Ridge, Fannin County, leaving Chatsworth, Eaton, Crandall. Yeah, Genesis, there are some tornado watches in effect until 1. I'm a little confused by that, but because there is little chance of any of this producing tornadoes behind this line. And where those tornado watches are, let me click on something that won't show much and get rid of this. The tornado watches are for North Georgia, 1 p.m., 1 p.m., 1 p.m. I do not think those will be allowed to stay until 1 p.m. Tennessee is operated by a different National Weather Service than Georgia, than Alabama. So, you know, I'm not sure why they're in effect until 1 p.m. That's my short answer. How about that? All right, I'm going to keep watching this in Cherokee County. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, by the way. You hung with me, man. This has been great. Lamontville, Riceville flooding and some trees down, thunder and lightning. No, Cleveland is not in the tornado watch. Cleveland and Hamilton County tornado watch, they allowed it to expire. I think they issued one for a little while, but then they allowed it to expire. Three-quarter-inch hail. The one to the south producing hail as well. And that's what we've seen with this. Boy, it is just held together, man. Like nobody's business.
I know at one point they were needing a weather script for online, like an updated one
Okay.
for a web story.
Okay. I might leave that one for Cedric. All right, so watching the last vestiges of our severe thunderstorm warnings for our area. Chattanooga County until 7:15, so 5 more minutes. Until 8 a.m. Yeah, so we'll see these continuing. You can see how they continue to push. They expire and they push off to the east, and that is great news. The further east they go, the further away from us they are. Again, you're not going to see it clearing out yet, but you will see it clearing out later today. Power outage count, well, now back up to 18,000. It was 22,000, went down to 16,000. Now it's back up to 18,000 in Hamilton County, still stuck at 10,000 in Bradley County and 8,000 in Gilmer County. I'm not sure what happened in Gilmer County for 8,000, but there you go. Let me see. And all of those power outages, by the way, look at the history of this. I'm going to put it back for 2 hours. But look at the history of this line. I mean, this thing has been, it's been wreaking havoc on a lot of people. So it just kind of exploded. Let me zoom in here. Kind of exploded near Saudi Daisy. And then just kept exploding. Look at the purple popping in there. And then the black, and that's where we had the tornado warning. And then that black just kind of exploded into Polk County. And now here we are. And it's moved through Polk County. It's moving into Cherokee County. Bear with me, I'm going to change microphones here really quick. So does anybody have the day off? Anybody out of school? Anybody see any damage? Have you walked outside yet? What are your thoughts right now? Water level highway in Bradley County flooded moving towards Cleveland. Small cars definitely should not drive through it. Thank you for that. Oops. Okay. I'm still with you. I'm just taking off microphones, IFBs, jackets, and ties so that we could settle in and just hang out together while the last vestiges of all of this movement.
Here, so you be careful out there, bud. Keep us updated, okay?
One more on the back side of Apple Valley Orchard on Beach Road. There's a tree completely blocking the road.
Okay, we'll tell Chuck McSpadden about that. That's good. Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
just tell Chuck.
I'm
Have
sorry.
a good morning. Have a good morning.
Okay, bud. You too. Thanks again. Appreciate it. 423-614-6499, the volunteer Redapest mix line.
Yeah, seeing that exact area that he was just mentioning. So that's Highway 411 at Jed's Tire. So that's going to be near the intersection of Bone Urges Church Road and Old Federal Road right there. So that's exactly where he was talking about.
All right. Very, very good. Good morning, Brian Trotter. Thank you very much. Checking in here. Yeah, he's talking about David Carnes. He was a hero last night. He's been up all night, still going, just making sure that everybody knows what's happening. Of course, their entire viewing area. Hey, severe thunderstorm warning, and I apologize. We've got so much happening. I need to give you this. Okay, severe thunderstorm warning. Now, that just disappeared, Bridget. I think that expired actually 1 minute ago at 7:15. National Weather Service says thunderstorms likely to continue through noon today. Flood advisory looks to be in a flood advisory in effect till 10 o'clock this morning. Flooding all over East Tennessee, Bradley, Hamilton, Loudoun, McMinn, Meigs, Monroe, and Polk counties until 10 a.m. It seems like what we're seeing from the Weather Service is that a lot of this, if there had to be a timeline, it'd be about 10 o'clock. Now, we do have this advisory that we're under this thunderstorm watch until noon. Dwayne, just go right there. Yeah, what do you got?
The caller just called in, and Lynette Lamb, our contact there in Polk County, she just called in and said Polk County schools will be closed today. If that's something that we haven't received yet, that Polk County schools will be closed. That from our contact there, Lynette Lamb. Okay, thank you very much. So it looks like they're going to shut down Polk County schools today. That's the report we're getting. Thank you, Lynette. Thanks for letting us know that. And Bridget, you've got something else.
Yeah, so just kind of looking across our county here on the TDOT app here, as we keep mentioning, Spring Place Road near North Bucks Pocket, APD 40 near Duncan. We received a report about that. Also, traffic lights out on the north end of town. Most of the issues have been on the south end of Bradley County and Polk County, but we do have traffic lights out. Northley Highway right there at Keith Street near Walmart. That entire area was without power as of a few minutes ago. So those traffic lights are out, and as traffic picks up, as people try to head into work, that's going to cause some issues this morning for sure.
There's no doubt about that. Trees down Spring Place, Ladd Springs, Kyle Lake Road, and Kyle Lake, has a lot of flooding. We do know water level highway coming into Cleveland from Polk County there near Sonic. They're turning around there. There is so much flooding. Okay, just got this in. Cleveland City Schools is now closed today. Due to transportation issues and power outages. The Cleveland City School System has just closed for the entire day. And Bridget, if you can help us get that word out on all of our platforms, get with the appropriate people, and let them know. Cleveland City Schools now closed today. This just in to Mix 1041 and MixTV.tv. Cleveland, you can go that thread probably. Okay. Cleveland City Schools closed today, all day. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly Kaiser now fighting with Jeff Elliott. I don't think he's going to let it go, the directorship, but anyway. Kelly said something over my dead body, and
Wow.
Jeff Elliott said good. Go back to the phones. Good morning.
Hey,
Hey there.
am I on that already?
Yes, you're live on the air. What's
Yeah.
up?
Hey, Steve. So just put out a reminder to everybody driving through these areas with no power. A red light that has no function is a four-way stop sign.
Oh,
That
that's a
should
good
help keep
reminder.
people
Yeah,
safe.
that's a good reminder.
And have a good day.
Okay, sir. And so, yeah, that's a great reminder. You just did it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Be careful. Okay, and I actually had the chance. Reagan Hartline just got her permit. God help all of us. But no, we came to an intersection. He was driving the other day, and I said, honey, it's a four-way stop. If you get to an intersection where the lights are out, traffic lights are out, it's a four-way stop. Back to the phones. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Glenda Holt, and I'm down here on Keith Valley Road off of Spring Place.
Yes, ma'am.
And we've got some big trees down going toward the Georgia line across the road. Somebody knocked it a little bit where they could get around in one lane, but they're big trees.
Well,
went over in the road.
Hey, ma'am, what was your name one more time? I'm sorry.
Glenda Holt.
Glenda, tell me about how it's been down in the Keith Valley area overnight, what it's been like, what it sounded like, what it's been like for you out there.
Well, it was quiet for a while, and then the rain and storms, lightning started, and then about 6:15, it hit us.
Yeah.
We were going to go up to the church and get in the basement, and there's no power down in here whatsoever. And we come over tree limbs, and it went over us big time. That wind was so strong, it could have blown you down. We're just thankful to God that it didn't get our houses.
Amen.
But
Amen.
it was bad. It was pretty bad.
Well, and that's, Glenda, that's why I asked you that, was because I know, and it's funny you say about 6:15, we had David Carnes, our tremendous chief meteorologist at Channel 3. He was on our air as I was coming in here, and he was saying tornado warning down in your area, so you were right there, and yes, that was God's protection.
Yes, it sure was.
Amen.
We just got to the church, no power up there, so we sat there because the wind had kind of died down by then, but we was out going to the church when that wind was so bad.
Oh, my goodness.
So we're just thankful to God but it hit over in this area pretty bad.
Well, and
I'd say there's...
Yeah, go ahead, Glenda.
I believe there's people's going up through here right now, but it's one lane. A tractor trailer come over there, and he might have knocked some of it out to get across there. I don't know, but it's...
Yeah, Keith Valley Road. Hey, Glenda, appreciate the report, and I think as daylight comes on, we're going to be seeing a lot of debris and that sort of thing, and damage even. So, Glenda, thank you very much. Wonderful report, and I'm so glad the Lord protected you guys.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Glenda, wonderful report down there, Bridget. What do you
Getting
got?
a couple more comments about the Keith Valley Road area. Our friend Scott Paris from Mars Wrigley sending me several pictures here. Some trees completely blocking the roadway, and he says this is in the area of Keith Valley Road. Also seeing some power lines down in these pictures as well. So, and then Cheryl Dunson just texted in, and she says she's in between Keith Valley Road and Spring Place, and the storm came right through their property there.
This just in, Bradley County schools will be closed today, all day. This just in. Thank you, Dr. Cash. Bradley County schools are closed all day. Cleveland City schools closed all day. Just getting this in as we speak. Bradley County, Cleveland City, Dwayne, you got something? Closed all day.
Just heard from two different callers on traffic. Lonnie Ray called and said that he just headed down White Oak towards Chattanooga there, the Hamilton Place area. I-75 south is moving fine this morning. Lots of standing water on the side of the roads. Drive safe. But he said traffic is moving at a pretty good clip. I-75 southbound from Cleveland down towards that Hamilton Place area. Pam just got off the phone with me. If you're driving from Old Fort to Cleveland, she said 411 to Cleveland is really problems around Ladd Springs and the areas that's going to be in there around Old Fort. She said several areas of that are shut down because of trees down and different things like that. So if you're trying to get from Old Fort to Cleveland, you're going to have several problems. That's going to be a problem there, especially Ladd Springs at Buck Pocket is going to be a problem area she's mentioned.
All right, thank you so much, Dwayne. As right now, again, our top story now, this just in, 7:25, Bradley County, Cleveland City, and Polk County, all schools are all closed all day now. They've now moved from a delay situation. They were a 2-hour delay. Now schools are closed. Will you help us get that word out? I'm sure they're getting that word out themselves, but this is a very different situation. Speaking of Bradley County Schools, Performing Arts Director at Bradley Central High School, Lindsay Bell, is on the line. Lindsay, good morning.
Good morning.
So I know you're
Crazy way to wake up.
I know, and I know you're in Polk County. What's it like out there?
That was wicked. That was seriously wicked. At about 6:15 this morning, it sounded different. You know, it was worse than normal. It didn't sound like your everyday average thunderstorm. And I woke up and checked my phone, and it said tornado warning. And so I grabbed the child and the dogs and all the animals and shoved them in a closet, and we sat there and waited.
And it, yeah, I mean, because I mean, still, even as we speak, it must be at 7:26. I'm looking at the radar right now. I mean, it's still the color purple. Purple, obviously, the worst on the radar screen. There in eastern Polk County, still there, sitting. It looks like on the North Carolina line.
Yes, and you know, thank goodness for the live weather that now happens. You know, I mean, we knew exactly where it was and where it was coming, but our neighbor just tried to leave, and we saw her promptly turn around and come back. She said that there are power lines down on Ladd Springs, and that there are trees down on our road, on 411, and on Ladd Springs. She couldn't get out. She had to turn around and come back.
Speaking of which, hey, stay there, Lindsay, for a second. Austin just got in. What's it like out there?
So I live out towards the Benton Pike area. Drove in. There's a lot of water. I mean, there's just the rivers, the creeks are overflowing. Benton Pike was clear. Out through there, you could see a little bit of damage in the area, but I noticed as I was getting towards town down Stewart Road, the power's out. Key Street, all the power's out. On as far as the east side, the Walmart side still has power, but then if I was looking down Key Street, all that's out. So it's definitely some damage. And as you guys were talking, which you know we've been covering this all morning, but there was like the one cell that moved through around 6:15. Looks like it did a lot of damage around our area. Now, David Carnes was live on air during that. He stated there was never any radar indicated rotation, but there was a lot of strong winds during that time, and it seems to have done some damage. My parents live out off of Ladd Springs Road, and they have 3 trees down in their yard, and so it seems like the Spring Place area, Dalton Pike area really took the hardest hit of this damage.
All right, Austin, thank you. I know you're just walking in, so a lot to do here. Well, yeah, but may just stay what we're doing with TV. I don't know. David's still. Yeah, just whatever you want to do, as usual. Lindsay, they're in Polk County. Polk County schools closed all day, but as you probably know, Bradley and Cleveland City, Bradley County, Cleveland City now closing all day.
Yes, that was a very good call, and that was an extremely good call. I was sitting here thinking, how are we all going to get there? And if we get there, we're not going to smell the best because no one can see to take showers.
And then you say, well, for most of them, what's the difference? But
well, exactly. You know,
I'm
when
kidding around.
when it comes to, especially us out here in Polk County, we're used to stinking.
Oh, come on. Kelly Kaiser.
But I'm glad that everybody is good and everybody is safe. You know, everybody, my phone, you can probably hear it in the background going ding, ding, ding. Everybody's texting because Polk County, that was, I don't remember a storm that strong in a long time, and it just sounds and feels different.
Hey, Bridget, we got another report. We had a caller call us from Polk County. What did he say earlier?
Yeah, so Highway 411 in Old Fort near Jed's Tires. So that's going to be near the intersection of Old Federal Road and Bonerges Church Road. And then also another area, Highway 411 near Ladd Springs Road.
All right, Lindsay. Hey,
yes,
thanks
that's
so much.
about a fourth of a mile from my house, so.
You stay safe out there, okay? Call
Okay,
us if you have
all
anything
too.
else. Okay, thanks. Mix 1041, 7:30. We're going to do a full recap right here. If I can hit the button, hang on.
This is a severe weather update.
Special weather coverage this morning brought to you by Insurance Incorporated. You're listening to Mix 1041 Talk 1013 The Buzz. We're on Fiesta 99.1 FM on a morning where a lot of people are waking up without power. Nearly 11,000 without power in Bradley County. Over 18,000 people without power in Hamilton. And now Bradley County and Cleveland City schools have closed for the full day. It started out as a 2-hour delay, but now closed for the full day. Kelly Kaiser, speaking on behalf of Cleveland City Schools, tells me that Cleveland City Schools closed all day due to transportation issues and power outages. I'm joined by Bridget, Dwayne, Austin, all here. And I got to thank our crew. Ryan Felton, been up most of the night. Jeremy Galt, Mike Lee. We've had Sheridan Gaither, all working behind the scenes for you. We really appreciate it. All right, so what I want to do now, the top story, as we are here at 7:30, the top story is that Bradley County, Cleveland City, and Polk County school systems have all said they are now closed all day. They were all on a 2-hour delay. They are now closed all day. Ray County schools, they are closed all day, and that was the case since early this morning. I want to go to Bridget now, just whatever you've got the very latest.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of read the latest on the text line here. Someone just